Good morning. This is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden. We're going to go ahead and do some meditation with money manifestation mindset. So take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. Just sit with yourself in this for a minute. Deep breath in. Steady, slow breathing. Through your nose and out your mouth. Focus on your throat chakra. Imagine when you blow out, you are releasing and exhaling all the energy trapped in your throat. And imagine the release of all the energy out your throat. We're going to push out and permit ourselves this space for ourselves. I release all that does not serve me. I release all the perspectives that are not mine. I release all the perspectives that are not mine. Oh, say that with me. I release all the perspectives that are not mine. If you never sit and stand alone in your own isolation, to view yourself as who you are without the noise and perspectives of others, then how do you know who you are? True isolation gifts us with that perspective. There are two stages in our life where we truly sit alone with ourselves. The first time we do this is around the age of 3, when we seek our own authority and autonomy for ourselves, and in almost every case, others, our parents, prevent it. The second time we are left alone completely with ourselves, and I do mean alone, is the 7th stage perspective, when you finally break away from all of it and you are left alone between you and the universe. And it is just you and the universe. And you have to answer for all of your karma bank account. It is a beautiful, beautiful period of isolation where not even words are available to you. Most people do not make it to the seventh perspective, which means our entire lives are spent in the company of other perspectives, the beliefs, the thoughts, the ethics, the identities of other people. Generational trauma is when the perspective that you have that was forced on you is from your great 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 grandfather or your great 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 grandmother that was passed down from generation to generation so that you fit into a perspective that's over 200 years old. Deep breath in and out. So when you meditate and you come into this space, that is what you are shrugging and stepping out of. All generational trauma goes away. We're going to just be you and yourself. We're going to start by opening up our throat chakra, which is why we breathe in through our nose and out our mouth, is because we are releasing the energies in our throat chakras. All right, ready? Deep breath in and in. I am wealthy. I have value and abundance. I am wealthy. I know my worth. I claim my worth and my value. Deep breath in. I release all of the perspectives that do not serve me. I release all that does not serve me. Deep breath in and out and in and out. Deep breath in and out. I attract money and wealth. I have value. I claim my value. I declare my value. Deep breath. I name my value. I claim my value. I declare my value. I'm in the middle of a perspective shift right now. So bear with me. I attract wealth and money that reflect my value. And I know my value. I open my heart to receive my wealth. Wealth is proportionate to my value. It is a direct reflection of how much I think I am worth. I am abundant. I am valuable. Oh, there's my disconnect. Deep breath in. And out. Deep breath in. And out. I name my value. I claim my value. I declare my value. And I attract my value. I attract my value. I accept money and wealth. Thank you for my wealth and the money coming to me. Thank you for all the money coming to me. Thank you for allowing me to accept my value and my wealth. Deep breath in. I release all that does not serve me. Deep breath in. I release the value labels that other people put on me. I release and reject the value labels that other people put on me. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. I accept the sorrow and the grief of what was done to me. I comfort and soothe myself. I accept and receive the sadness of what was done to me. Deep breath in. This is Havening. You are more than welcome to join me in it. I attract abundance and wealth, and I claim my value. I attract abundance and wealth, and I claim my true value. I accept abundance and wealth, and I claim my true value. I accept abundance and wealth, and I claim my true value. I accept abundance and wealth, and I claim my true value. I release the false values they put on me. Deep breath in and out. I release the false values others put on me. And I accept my true value. I am wealthy, and I am abundant, and I attract my true wealth and my true value. I release all the false value that others put on me. This is the power of naming. I claim all the wealth and the abundance that is true to me. Deep breath in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Deep breath. And release all the false value they give you. I release all the false value that they put on me. Deep breath in. I accept all the wealth and the true value that I am. Exhale. I release all the false value they put on me. Freeform breathe. Relax. I claim who I am. I accept who I am. I reject all the names and labels. We're going to change that. I accept all the names that I am. I reject all the labels others have given me. I claim my name. I claim my value. I claim my wealth. I accept all the money that is coming to me. We're going to talk a little bit about today. One of the things that I had abused on me was forced prostitution. I grew up thinking that I was literally as valuable as $1. And when people say to me, manifest wealth and manifest money, there's a lot for me to get over, and there's a lot of other things in my way that prevent me from accessing the ability to just manifest money. When we define our value and our self-worth, and we start to realize what we're actually worth, that is when you start to get a relative perspective on how much you were abused. Relativity gives us the ability to assess the actual damage done. But in order for that to happen, you need to know what you're actually worth versus what they told you you were worth. There are a lot of little messages that were sent to us as children to make us think that our value and our worth was X. And that gets converted over to a number, a money. I remember when I was a teenager, my aunt, who lived in the United States her entire life, born and raised, married a man from Tel Aviv. I love my Uncle Svika. It was a Jewish culture. And according to the Jewish traditions, there is a marital assessment that takes place prior to the marriage ceremony, where they examine the female bride and the male groom, and they determine the monetary value of the individual. When I heard this, I had a big problem with it. I still do. I understand their traditions, and ethically, psychologically, this is a very destructive tradition. Because she had children and was previously married, an American, not a Jew, her value was significantly depreciated. Upon divorce, whoever initiated the divorce would be required to pay the value cost of what their financial worth was in order to exit the marriage. As if to say, when I marry you, you are gaining my financial benefit, and when I depart, I'm going to owe you that dollar amount. Psychologically speaking, I'm not going to tear that apart right here. It really said a lot to me when I was a teenager because I was marked at a value. I was reminded by all of my owners exactly what my worth was. The slavery that I was in was not called slavery. The treatment and the forced prostitution was not referred to by any of these names. They keep the names away from you when they abuse you. So you can't figure out what's going on. When you try and process trauma, you are trying to figure out what was done to you, but they hide the names from you. When you go through trauma healing, you find the names and you say them so you can define them, so you can understand, so you can process what's been done to you. But you need the names, but they keep the names. So in today's session, I had massive epiphany upon epiphany, realizing my actual names for what they had done to me. And in so doing, I realized what I was contending with, and I found the relativity of this was the name that they did to me, and this is my actual worth. Now I can manifest wealth. But I got to see the severity of what was done to me. A consultation with me is $2,000 an hour because I know my worth. I am like the Surgeon General of psychology. So you can go to a medical doctor or you can go to the Surgeon General. A medical doctor is how many dollars an hour? Whereas, same thing with therapy. A therapist has 4 years of psychology. I'm something else. So my rate is $2,000 an hour. But they told me I was $1. And that gives me an idea of how severe I was abused. Money is very, very interesting. And for those of you who seek money and value, wealth, what you're really looking for is your own value. Our society puts us in this box and tells us that the average human being is worth the minimum wage. That's what the minimum wage is in our brains. That is your worth when you start out. You are this much per hour. You are that much per hour. But if you look at the living wage, living wage, minimum wage, you are less than the living wage. That speaks volumes to your psychology. Your subconscious mind takes those numbers and translates it to, wow, you are less valuable than the cost to actually be alive. That is the psychology of what our society puts us in. So we go through life with that psychology of, wow, I am less than being alive. And that changes how we pick out our spouses, how we choose to raise our children, how we choose to live. That is a deep, deep embedded psychology in our subconscious mind that reflects our lifestyle. So when you heal, one of the things that you're going to have to confront, this is advanced healing. This is near the very end. This is the last thing you do when you heal. Now that you're healed, define your worth. You know you've healed when you can define your own worth. Because when you start right now, this is a fantastic exercise. I'm going to give you homework. I'm going to give you homework. This is your homework. Take a number right now. If you had to sit down and if you were to open a business right now with all of your uber awesomeness, take everything that you are, put yourself out on the market. Pretend that everyone's going to assess you and everyone's going to determine if they want you or not. Don't worry about what you're selling. That's going to be a later assignment. Focus on the value of everything you can do, everything that you are. You put yourself out there. How many dollars an hour would you charge to get you? Now, the problem is we have this thing in our brains due to society of that's prostitution. No, that's not. That's called defining the value of who you are. And society puts things like prostitution and servitude. Our society is very much built on this concept of indentured servitude, so that the living wage is here, but the minimum wage is here. And when you live a 9-to-5 job your whole life with that mentality, you stay poor. Poverty is mental illness. It is a behavioral defense. It actually doesn't reflect your self-value at all. But it enables and it contributes to you feeling like you have a lower sense of self-value. I really should do some talks on money. I really should talk on wealth. So when you do this exercise, do it again. Do it again. But keep this in mind, that you have a sense of self-value. And when you're healing, you're going to start realizing that you are far more valuable than you were initially told. And the more valuable you are, the more abused you were. And that's going to give you a lot of perspective and realize, wow, they treated me like fucking shit. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. You were not treated to your appropriate value. There's a moment in your healing when you realize you were a goddess and a queen the whole time. And they treated you like a kitchen slut. Their words for you, not yours. So when I was running through this exercise, I was digging out a lot of my own stuff going, oh, My problem with money is not that I'm not worthy of receiving it. My problem with money is not, oh, my father's not going to love me because of the perspective gap. I mean, he already is not going to love me, and there is going to be a perspective gap, and I've accepted that, and that's perfectly okay. My problem is receiving money for my services felt way too much like prostitution when I was forced to be a whore. So now it's like, oh, now I'm digging up the real shit and putting it to bed. So listen to it again, process it all, know who you are. Thank you so much. And if you love shit like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want more shit like this, subscribe to my newsletter. And if you want organized, precise shit like this that is well designed, thought out, and with a purpose, take a look at my masterclasses. Thank you, and may the kindest of hearts always find you.